Lisa and I hit the thrift store for a 3-minute challenge to find the bougiest decor we can. But wait till you see what I found for some amazing high-end DIY makeovers, including a project that totally pops. It is thrifting day. We are gonna go thrifting today and find some decor that we can thrift into some high-end decor pieces. And today I've got Lisa with me, and we are in the car that ran out of gas once.
If you've been with us for a while, you know what we're talking about.
Anyways, so it's just the two of us today. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're still gonna do the 3-minute challenge, and if you're not sure what that is, I'll tell you in just a second. But let's get on the road. A big thank you to Foreo for partnering with me on this episode. We are here, Lisa.
Yay.
You know the drill. But
I know the drill.
Well, let's explain it to them just in
Okay.
case. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna have 3 minutes to find the bougiest item we can. We're gonna have a little competition.
Always.
And
Always a competition.
I'm gonna win this time.
We both lost last time. So I think it's
know,
time for me to win.
I don't know. We both had our turns. It's gonna make it kind of
true.
fun.
So I guess it's an even playing field today.
It is an even playing field, and game on, girl.
I love it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go inside. Okay, before we even go inside, I have my eye on this little girl here. Maybe I should give that some new life. What do you think? I mean, it's only $10, and I think it's got a lot of potential. 3 minutes starts right now. Let's go. I think I won with a clock last time, but I don't know if either of these would be good. Ooh, this looks nice and old and like it's heavy, like real silver. That could be an option for my bougie item. I have an idea for an antique piece like this, but I think this one's too big for what I want to do with it. But look at this. I think that's kind of like a lion's head. This might need to come home with me. Maybe I could build a stand for it or something. Look at all of this antique furniture. So cool. Look at this piece. All of these pieces that are too big for what I have in mind. And I gotta stay on track because I need to find my bougie item in 3 minutes. They actually have a lot of furniture today. That's a pretty sofa in good condition. It's a sleeper sofa. Somebody could totally reupholster that, or if it's their style, that's really in good condition. Let's see what we can find in the way of decor though. Look at this sofa, Lisa. That's actually really pretty. It's a nice fabric and fantastic condition.
Yeah.
I actually really like this sofa. It's very hard to find a sofa that I would be willing to take home from the thrift store. This one would be one I would consider if I found the perfect section to get Lisa's things from. I mean, we've got this one with a bunch of little frogs and gnome hats on. Ooh, or what about this one? So cute. Oh my word, she's gonna love it. Oh, look at this one with all the frogs on it. There's so many to choose from. I know that Lisa's gonna love it. What are you finding, Lisa?
Oh, last time I came to the thrift store, I found a picnic basket, and that one is just a basket, but I thought that was kind of a cute little idea.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so the 3 minutes is up. I have an idea of what I want. It's in this front corner, and I think Lisa found something. Lisa?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Is this your challenge?
Definitely the winning item right here. Some silver.
Vintage.
Pretty nice way to say busted up.
Lisa, we just showed you, is going with that.
Silverware
So,
set.
do you like it?
I love it. It's actually got some really nice detail on it. Like,
Awesome.
It's a good set. It needs
All
to be
right.
washed.
And it comes in a case.
It does.
And then I'm going to go with this. So it's going to be the Battle of the Silver.
The Battle of the Silver. Who's gonna win?
Who's going to win? If you want to find out, you're going to have to wait though. Thinking about these and changing them. I don't really like the yellow crackle finish, but I think that like the style is good. I also don't love the shade, but also there's this one back here that's kind of nice too. I'm really debating the popcorn machine. It's got stickers on it. It's kind of a little rough around the edges. It doesn't have a stand, which might be kind of fun to build. Ooh, should I get it or not? I'll make you wait and see if I do it. I'm always nice, but I saw this and I immediately thought of Lisa, so this is going to be the challenge item for her. I know, I just can't bring myself to be totally mean, and she does such beautiful things, so I'm going to set her up for success. This is an organ. You play the organ.
I do play the organ.
You need this for your house.
This one is a vintage piece.
It's tiny too.
It's tiny.
I don't
You
know.
get like one little song on that.
Is that even a full keyboard?
It's even got a foot pedal. That's awesome.
That is so funny. Yeah, we'll leave it for someone
So
else.
here's the thing. I play the organ, but guess who sings beautifully?
I don't
You
know.
guys, Natalie is an amazing singer, and I'm
Aw.
not joking. She has a beautiful voice. So
Aw.
maybe one day I'll play the organ and Natalie can sing.
That would be fun.
That would be
fun. She's too kind.
Look at what Miss Natalie got. It's bigger than she is.
I can't even see.
It's coming home.
It's coming home with Mama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a success.
It was so much fun, and of course my favorite part is the 3-minute challenge, right?
Well, it's my favorite part, so.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see who the winner was.
Yeah, who was it?
Who was it?
In the meantime, let's get home and we'll do a haul of our thrifted items.
Yay.
I only grabbed a few items, but they are big on scale and impact. So let's go over what I found. Okay, this first one, I don't even know if I can get it. It's almost as big as I am. This was like just sitting there right as I walked in, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I just have to get this. I immediately knew I wanted it. What it doesn't have is a cart. So what we're gonna be doing is, first of all, we've gotta do some cleanup. There's some little kid stickers on it, so we've got to clean that up. And what really excited me about this is because Camden, who's my youngest son, his birthday is coming up, and I just thought this would be really fun to have for that when he has friends over. Plus, I just envisioned all the ways that we could use this at church activities, youth activities, and so I just knew I had to have it. But honestly, if you ever come across one of these, I would totally snag it, because when I was looking through Facebook Marketplace, I found that people are renting these out for parties for between $75 and $100 a pop, pun intended. Anyways, for what we essentially paid for this, we could make it back in one like rental. And I'm not saying that we're gonna do that, but that is a really cool business idea for you guys. If you ever come across one of these, it could potentially be a moneymaker. So you saw me find this before we even stepped foot in the store. It was sitting outside, and I immediately knew it had to go home with me. $10. So this has great bones. I love the shape of it. I love the caning back and everything, and the caning back is still intact. What it does not have going for it is the terrible paint job on it. It's just absolutely awful. Plus, even though this is not terrible fabric, it's velvet and everything, I think we'll switch that out as well. So we're gonna give this chair new life as well. Before we get started with our first project, I want to share with you something that I've been doing behind the scenes, a little DIY project on myself, which is my skin. Now, you've actually seen me share about this product in the past, and I absolutely love that. And that is the Foreo FAQ 202 face mask. And then I also have the one for the neck as well, which I bought with my own money because I love this product so much. So these are LED masks made from ultra lightweight silicone that molds to your face and is completely completely wireless. And then you can just move about your house super easily, doing the projects that you want to do, doing the dishes, going and doing a DIY project. It's super easy. So together they've really helped to make my skin smoother. It makes it feel healthier and more even toned. And I feel like my skin is glowing again. And I credit a lot of that to these devices that are so good. I've also noticed that my wrinkles and fine lines have seriously reduced. So I feel like it's aging me backwards a little bit, which I love. The masks have 8 different LED wavelengths, including NIR, which helps reduce fine lines, sunspots, and dryness, while also boosting your skin's natural healing process. Right now, Foreo is celebrating their birthday, and I have an amazing deal for you. Use my code NINES35 for an extra 35% off. And yes, it stacks on already discounted birthday items. So that is such a good discount. So make sure you check out that amazing deal and their amazing products. A couple of the other things that I really like is their Manuka honey serum, which is one I use every time right before putting it on. And then also to clean my products, they have the silicone cleaning spray. You do not want to submerge these into water, so I recommend this. So we are gonna do a little facial treatment, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is. So you just put it on your face. I'm gonna do my neck at the same time just to show you I can't. These things pop out right here. Just pop that back into place, and we're just gonna turn these on like so, and then we're going to go into their app. So you click on the treatments, you wait for it to connect, and you'll know it is connected when it turns off, like it just did. And then I like to do the anti-wrinkle treatment, so I'll just hit start on that and ready. And there we go. So it also plays really relaxing music if you want to listen to that while you're doing stuff. We're gonna go back to our neck one, wait for it connect, it will turn off. And then we're gonna do the anti-wrinkle one there. I'm just gonna wear this while I go and search for what supplies I need. I'm gonna go dig through my workshop to see if I can do this completely with a scrap wood. So let's go see what we can find out there. We're out in the workshop and we're gonna see what we can find out here. Don't mind the mess because I'm also working on the monstrosity, so I've got some stuff out. It's not too bad, but you'll see. So up here I have several pieces that I think we could use for building like the box cart part. So I think we've got enough up there. I'm hoping that we can use up some of this scrap wood right here to build out our cart. Before we go to all this work, we probably should make sure that it works. I just assumed that it did. Let's see if we can turn it on. It does work. It works, yay!
I fall, there's a legacy between us. We grow.
Okay, so this is what we sketched out really poorly. I'm not an artist, but we can kind of get the idea. We're gonna take some of the scrap wood that we just found out in the garage and build out like a simple box with a door that opens that we can put some of our popcorn supplies in and all of that when we get them. It's got to have 2 legs over here, and then it will have 2 wheels on this side so you can cart it around, and then a little shelf on one side and a little push handle on the other side. So let's go get our haircut and then head to the Home Depot, and we will get some supplies of what I don't already have. So wish me luck. Okay, we're done with the haircut. Let's head to the Home Depot. Grabbing 2 different spray paints that basically look like the same color to me, but I typically like Bear. And then for the black, I want a satin, black satin. That looks good. I'll get 1 or 2 cans of that. And I'm gonna give this a try for the wheels, but I always have the one that I like. Okay, so I have this 18-inch rod that we're going to use as like the axle, And I've got to find some washers and that. I don't even know what I'm doing, so hopefully I'll be able to figure this out. I should have come up with a better plan. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here, and I'll probably end up needing another trip. Let's be honest. They are really nice pieces of lumber, but they're expensive. I found exactly what I need. Let me show you. We have this, and I think this one right here could work. It's only 2 feet, which is perfect because ours is only 18 inches, and it's $3. Okay, so after looking at the ones that are up here, most of the pieces are kind of short, so I'm gonna just keep it consistent, and I am gonna use these ones. I know they're cut on a diagonal, but we can square them up on my table saw, and it will be nice to get these kind of out of the way here. So I'm gonna make do with these scrap pieces here, and we'll just square them up right now on the table saw. Okay, we are gonna start our popcorn cart, and my initial plan was to use the table saw to square out some scrap pieces that I have left over from my star project from months ago. I think I'm gonna switch to my circular saw just because I need to do wider than my table saw can go, and I feel like I'll have a little bit more control over it. So that's what we're gonna do. Gotta wear my Aaliyah safety glasses, tactical grade. We're gonna protect our eyes and look cute at the same time. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the first piece cut down, and what I'm decided to do so that I can get some nice square edges I'm a little concerned about is I am going to cut it down to 17 inches. Then I'm gonna run it through my table saw to get the cut nice and straight, and then with whatever's left over on that, then I will shave off that amount so that we get nice square 16-inch squares. So here we go. Okay, so we've got 3 sides and a brace, so now we just need to decide where we're putting some pocket holes. And I think what we're gonna do, these will be the shorter pieces. Pocket holes will go into these ones, I think. I'm gonna just trace where these are going so we know where to put the glue and all that. And then we gotta make sure which one's the inside and which side is the outside, because there's definitely sides that are better. So we're gonna do pocket holes here, here, and here. We'll use wood glue, and if we need to, we can reinforce with some finished nails. Yeah, let's just drill some pocket holes. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This is the bottom piece that we are going to do pocket holes on 3 sides, and it's gonna be our bottom piece. The side that has the paint mark on it is the side that we are not going to put pocket holes on. Okay, we kind of have a cabinet box here. So then we need to do a door, and yeah, we're making progress. And anything that's uneven, we will Bondo and sand and make it look good. We're working on it. Okay, so I bought these wheels off of Amazon primarily because I could get them fast, and I also liked the idea that they were like a never flat wheel. They're not like my absolute favorite, but due to time and all of that, decided that it was the best option. So we are going to prime them. You can see I've already taped them up to paint. We're gonna prime them first, and then we are gonna spray them in a beautiful gold color. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, here comes She Vader mask. Okay, so I figured while we were doing like all of our spray painting projects, we need to paint this, but there's a couple of things that I want to do first. First, I'm going to rip off the piping around the bottom, and then I want to caulk this seam right here because it's got a big gap. You can see this side does not have a gap, and so to make it look a little bit better, I think we need to fill that in with a little caulking. So it might not be perfect, but I think it will make it look a lot better. So that's what we're gonna do right now. This is left over from another project. I don't even know if there's anything in it, but we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so now we're gonna rip off this.
So Natalie asked me to help her paint these, but she said I have to put this ridiculous mask on.
She Vader. The She Vader mask.
The She Vader mask. Because she said y'all are gonna shame her if she doesn't wear the mask. And I'm just letting you know, I would never wear the mask for this. But I'll go ahead and put it on so Natalie doesn't get shamed. Oh my word, this is ridiculous. We're outside. Oh my word.
There you go. There you go. Now it's on. So we've got this all taped up. I'm looking at this paint job and you can see kind of crummy brush strokes, and I want to kind of fix that. So I just found out about this through my husband actually, and this is called Automotive Filler Primer. And I think I'm gonna do a coat of this, and probably not everywhere, but mainly on the wood where there's some kind of brush strokes. It's supposed to kind of fill in unevenness. And we'll see. And I think it will help our black paint stick to it as well. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna go outside and do it though. We built the basic box, and I haven't done the cabinet door yet, but we'll work on that in just a second. What I want to work on now is attaching the legs. I bought these ones. They were a little expensive, but what I have realized in building the box is I can cut these in half, and that will work for each leg, so I only end up needing to use 2 of them. You know, it might be a little bit difficult to place the legs where I want them. I have some scrap wood that I think this will be perfect for. And we are going to build like basically a frame that then we can attach the legs to. Make sense? The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out the frames to do this. And yeah, so here we go. So I'm going to literally just hold this up, take a pencil. So this is the piece that we want. I'll put a smiley face. So we'll make 2 of these and we'll do one down here, and then we'll do some braces this way, and then we'll probably attach them with some more pocket hole screws, and then we will attach our legs. So here we go. We are gonna now attach 2 of the legs. Then we're gonna have a tricky thing because we've got to do the wheels. And so we got to make sure that those legs are the correct length. So this is gonna be a little bit tricky. So, okay. We're gonna take some 3-inch screws and screw them in. So now, this is the tricky part. We need legs to attach the wheels to. So like one side's wheels, one side's, that's just gonna be a little tricky. So in order to get the height, we're gonna need to line this up. So what I think is we want it to go just below. That's not like a very awesome mark, but this will help us tremendously. So that is 11 inches. So these ones were 16 inches. The front ones with the wheels on it will be 11 inches. So we're gonna cut those now and then we'll attach them. So, all right, let's go cut 11 inches. Okay, to hide some of the mechanics and to add a cute little decorative embellishment that matches the top of our popcorn machine, I found this trim at Hobby Lobby a while ago. It's in their kind of balsa wood section, and I want to add it in 2 different locations. So the first place will be right there. Okay, super cute, right? Also right up top. All we're gonna do is mark our cuts and attach it with some finish nails. Okay, we are gonna fix some of the imperfections with Bondo. So I have decided to put some cross support just to make the legs a lot more sturdy. We're gonna just cut them down, use wood glue and nails, and that's how we're gonna do it. need these shorter and I want to flip it over and paint it and all these things, I've just taped on some extensions so it will stand up straight. And right now we're gonna do some caulking and do some other things. So here's how we're looking. Looking pretty good, huh? We've got to do a very, very important step, and that is the wheel situation. Now this wheel situation kind of messed with my head a little bit, and so hopefully I've got this and hopefully it will work out. Here's our painted wheel. Isn't that cute? So what we need to do is we need to put these on either side, right? We need to run this. This is going to act as our axle. We're going to run this through. We need to drill some holes for that to work. So we're just gonna mark where the holes are, and we're gonna do it in the same spot on both sides. We're gonna make sure it's very centered, and we will do the best we can here. So here we go. Because I thought this would be ugly, I got some PVC pipe to put in between to cover up the mechanics of that. So we're gonna cut this down. I think if I do it really carefully and slowly, I can do it on my miter saw. So there we go. Let's get the measurements. Oh my goodness, it's awesome. Because it's raining, we are gonna be priming it in here. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. We're gonna prime it tonight and then we'll paint tomorrow. So I've kind of covered it as best I can. We're gonna be careful. I've got the garage door open, and so we're ventilated very well, but I'm also gonna put on a mask. So here we go. Today is the day we finish, and I'm so excited. This has taken me a little bit longer than I expected. We've let the primer dry overnight. We're gonna do a light sanding with a fine sandpaper before we then spray paint it. And I know spray painting it seems kind of a little odd, but I am trying to go for that sprayed finish that is on our popcorn machine and try to match that up. And I felt like this might be the best option. Maybe like part way through, I'll change my mind because it doesn't look right or whatever. But I've decided to go with no more drama. This is bare. So here we go. So while the red paint on our stand is drying, I thought it would be a good time to upholster the seat of our chair that we got. So let me show you the options that we're considering. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put this here in my bathroom. That's what I'm considering. But these are the two fabrics I have, and they're actually very similar in style. So this one is kind of like a mushroom brownish color, which I really like. But I am really drawn to this green one. But when I'm looking at it in the greater room, I would have to replace this rug. And also, if you haven't seen this episode, this is right here as well. And if you look at the green in this, it's more of like an olive green. So when considering that, I think I'm gonna go with the brown, even though I really love this green. I'm gonna have to find a different project for that green fabric, but I think we're gonna go with a brown, so here we go. This is how chaotic my life is right now. So we've got all of those fun, crazy projects going on out in my workshop, but we are also in a construction zone right here. Does anybody know where I'm at? Yep, I am in the monstrosity room, and I am so excited about this project. This one is really intimidating me, but if you want to see this project, it's actually gonna be on my new channel, and my new channel's name is DIY to the Nines. I will link it below. That's where I'm gonna be doing some of my bigger projects. So like this monstrosity will be on there. I did a bathroom renovation on there. If you haven't seen that, you're definitely gonna wanna check it out. There's part 1 and part 2, and it's a good one. I just gave you a sneak peek when I showed you the wallpaper. Check out DIY to the Nines. But in the meantime, we are going to recover this seat right here. The overall condition of the fabric's in great shape. It didn't look overly soiled or stained, it just looked dated. So I'm just gonna reupholster right over the top of that. That makes some people squeamish, I get it. But I inspected it pretty good and it looks fine. We've kind of laid the fabric on here in the direction that I want. And I am going to start by putting a couple of staples on the back to hold it into place, and we're gonna kind of pull it a little bit snug. And then we're gonna come in and cut, make some cuts and then get rid of the excess, and then we'll do a lot of stapling. Even though this seems relatively safe, I'm gonna go get my safety glasses because it is staples. So luckily I had some close by. Here we go. Say hi! Say hi, everybody! You miss me. Have I been gone? Oh, I love you. You're so sweet. Not a very pretty cut job, but that's okay. We're gonna need that too to create some piping. So now we're gonna staple in the front, and then we'll deal with the sides in a second. I just wanna make sure that we're lined up the way we want. What's that? What is that? I'm gonna go find a safe spot for her that will make her happy. I think this is stressing her out. Okay, I think we've pretty much hit our mistake pretty well. The only thing we have left to do on this is add the piping trim around the edges to hide all of that. But we're gonna go get another coat of paint on our red table first, and then we'll finish this up. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's a button here, but there's not one here. So I have this one. I had another one that was a little bit bigger, but it wouldn't fit in the hole. This one's a little small and doesn't want to stay in. So I'm just gonna pop in a little hot glue in here, and then we'll touch it up with some black paint. So, okay. Okay, so we'll hold that in and then we'll touch it up with some black paint when we're doing some other black touch-up paint. Now it's the same as that. So we're gonna do a little touch-up paint. We're gonna just spray some of this into the cap, use a foam brush and tap, tap, tap. So this is my piece. It's really ornate, so I'm hoping that that means something. I don't see any markings on it, so I don't know if that's gonna mean a bust for me or not.
Hopefully. Hopefully it means it's a bust.
Let's do it. Okay, so I use Google Lens, and that is how we search our things. And then it will pull up things that look like it. Okay. It's doing AI now, Lisa.
Oh man.
What's it
That's
saying?
not good.
Here we go. Here's one that looks kind of similar. $52. Does that does that look close?
No, I think that looks pretty.
Not
close.
as ornate. Let's just check one more thing.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Go with the highest price. I'm fine with that. Oh,
Does that look close? That looks pretty close, but it doesn't have the stand, so how do we do that? The first one was 52. This one is 120 with a stand, so I think about 52 sounds right?
whatever you want to do.
Okay, let's do yours.
Okay, good.
All right, we're doing Lisa's now. Here we go.
Yes. AKA the winner.
It's March, so you never...
I know. At least we'll be able to get a good reading on it. That looks that looks pretty good to me.
$140.
$140.
Who's the winner?
I'm the winner. Me. I win.
Lisa wins.
Yay!
I'll celebrate.
Oh, that's good. You know it's a true friend when they're excited for you when you win.
I'm excited. Yay! We gotta get you a prize though.
Oh.
So I'm
Prize.
buying it for her as a prize.
Oh, that's
and
so nice.
yeah, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe you could clean it up or something.
I'll clean it up. We'll make a pretty little tablescape out of this silverware. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, this chair is done. I love how it turned out. I think because I was so distracted and like exhausted from the popcorn stand, I made a little error that we were able to recover from. It looks super cute. And when I put it in Google Lens after it was made over, our $10 chair came up in Google Lens as $150. So I will take that because all it took was a can of spray paint and some fabric that I got on clearance and has been sitting in my closet to get a really high-end looking chair, and I love it. And I hope you took inspiration from this project. But I know all of you are really curious about the popcorn stand, so shall we go check that out? Let's do it. Okay, our popcorn cart is done and I love it. There's a few things that I want to tweak, yes, but overall I am so excited to have this. I think it's adorable. I think it's going to be a hit at every party, birthday party or whatever party we can go to. The wheels function overall. So there's a couple things. I did decide to leave like the screws on the brackets the silver color, and that's because we've got a total mixed metal look going on. So we've got the black up here, silver and gold. So I carried that on to our wheels, which are black, gold, and then the bolts and the washers are silver. Then we've got the black shelf brackets, and then we've got a gold handle and gold hinges. So I decided that I liked it. I felt like it gave it like a certain quirkiness, which I think is perfect in this case. This needs a little work. I need to do some touch-up paint. And then I also want to chisel out these hinges so that this lays flatter. And I also think a magnet is in order because you can see that this doesn't quite want to shut, but I think that is an easy fix. I am so excited about this, but I have not told you how much this popcorn machine was worth when I put it into Google Lens. You are not gonna believe it. It was $799 for just the popcorn machine. If I bought the matching cart, that was an additional $440. I built this cart with scraps in my garage, a couple of wheels, some paint, a lot of elbow grease, but I think my cart is cuter than the original one, and we saved a whole bunch of money. So all in all, I think we are into this about 10% of the retail price of this by getting this at the thrift store and building our cart, and I think it's just gonna be so much fun. Yes, I'm gonna make a couple of tweaks, but it's gonna be a blast to have. So in the meantime, I think it's kind of a gloomy day. I've got movie theater popcorn that is really giving me a sense of nostalgia. So with the gloomy day, the popcorn, I think it's kind of a movie kind of night. What do you think? Maybe I'll treat myself to another facial because I feel like I've earned it. So a big thank you to Foreo once again for sponsoring this episode. Like, I'm gonna be using this popcorn cart for my son's birthday. It's Foreo's birthday sale, and so don't forget to use my coupon code for an additional 30% off of almost all of their products, like most of their products, and that is such a good deal. So check them out if you want to treat yourself a little bit as well. And I had fun on this episode. I hope you did too. And just as a reminder that you are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, time to serve this up and give it to my kids. We'll sneak some in the meantime.